Good evening, welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Mark, I will be your supervisor for the evening. We are playing the Laundry RPG, the role-playing game based on the universe from Charlie Strauss. This is part 2 of 2, so we'll be finishing this up tonight. We're doing a black bag job. I really am shit at introductions. So if you're watching this, follow us, subscribe, like, whatever the fuck, I don't care. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. It's always nice to have. We will introduce our two wonderful players and then a quick recap and get started. So we'll start with Lavita.
Hello, I'm playing Nadia Elwood, who's an archives clerk for the laundry.
Thank you very much. And Jeff.
Hello, I'm Jeff. I'm playing Gavin Gedwool, who is Oculus of the Department of Field Support for the laundry.
Yeah, he's our bruiser. And they've both done very well. They were given the task to investigate a leaked memo. What was it? The Red... Oh my god.
Red Queen.
Thank you, Red Queen. I just prepped for everything. I've read this 7 fucking times. Yeah. So with the codename Red Queen, that was a list of former Soviet assets that kind of went missing after the Soviet Union fell. We're talking here about sorceress assets. Given that the list was recently updated after an asset was killed, only 3 people had access to the updated list, which is the one that's been leaked. These were Annabelle Gladstone, who was a spy who was there when the target from the update was killed. Paul Brown, who was the researcher and archivist in charge of the list at that time, who wrote up the report, and Matilda Curtis, who is the auditor who was overseeing it. Although neither Nadia nor Gavin are part of oversight, Mr. Cabot decided to bring in some external assets, or internal to the laundry, to check this out. After interviewing Annabelle, finding out some details of her extracurricular activities, they moved on to Paul. As they talked to Paul, it became apparent that something deeper was going on. And was it an exorcism you did, Gavin, or...?
I did, yeah. It was a spell. Easy Exorcism 1.32.
Exactly. With these very cool glasses, which are kind of too futuristic for this, but we're saying fuck it, and they are now 2007, they're there, fuck it. So using his magical talent and gear, he was able to exercise the warring geese that was on Paul to see that he was the one that actually leaked it, albeit without his conscious knowledge. After this, Paul fainted, and we find ourselves inside of his dream, which I probably should have explained as well, but fuck it. Due to some laundry fuckery, they are connected to the 3 subjects' dreams, so they're and as Paul goes unconscious, both of our civil servants find themselves in his dream. Everything's black and white. You're sitting, there's students in rows going down in this auditorium. You see a professor that you recognise as a Professor Upham. He's talking about visualising donut curves in 4-dimensional space-time. It's really kind of old school sort of sorcery. This goes on for several minutes. I'm not tangled up. I stay down. Sorry, I shouldn't look at chat. I'm not allowed to look at chat. I'm banned. This goes on for a few minutes, 10, 15. It's people around you are all dressed like 1920s. You can see the brow cream and the hair, the hair clips in. There's all different sorts of people. It goes on, and the words are... Gavin, you probably recognise a bit more of it. It's very, very technical, but very archaic sort of way of using magic. As the lecture comes to a close, everyone gets up at the exact same time and all start heading for the doors. What do you do?
Are we like sitting amongst this like the audience, or are we like standing?
You
in,
were
like, an
sitting
aisle?
amongst the audience as if you were taking part in the lecture.
Are we next to each other?
Yes. You're dressed in however you think you would be dressed. So if you'd be dressed in your normal daily clothes, you have anything on you that you would think you would have on you. You see each other as well, both in colour.
So Gavin will look at Nadia.
Oh, it's got more complicated.
We're in his dream, right?
I think so.
This is bad. Like, he was scared of everything. His dreams are going to be terrifying.
Or, because he's scared of everything, he's just scared of the most mundane things. So he doesn't even know what's really, truly fearful. I mean, who's afraid of sitting in a classroom?
I really hope your version is the right one, but also he was giving away the secrets through his dreams, I think.
Right.
As you're
Should we
talking there,
follow?
the crush becomes more and more. There's more people than were sitting in the hall. Suddenly you're starting to get pushed out. You're on your feet. You're being pushed out through the door into the sunshine. The sky is grey. The sun is bright. More and more people. I think you call it the quad in America. Yeah. So outside the school.
1920s we did. Yeah. Yeah.
I've no idea. I only know it from movies.
No, that's good. Yeah. Do we see any signs of Paul? Like Paul, like any sort of version of Paul?
None at all. Everything. I mean, it's a dream, so nothing is quite.
Right.
You see the city really quite close up. It wouldn't take you long to get there. You see over all these people. You hear them talking, and they start talking about like soda hops and things like that. Things that are completely not archaic, but so out of place for you. Also, it's all Americanisms, so with some very so you hear someone talking about biscuits instead of cookies.
I'm assuming New England isn't usually in black and white. I've never visited.
No, I think that's just an effect of the dream. Something antiquated.
Is the crowd like moving in a particular direction, or have they just started to like scatter once we?
You've been pushed out into the so as I said, into the quad, and you went out maybe to midway out, and now they're all just scattering. Most of them are leaving through the large gates and heading into the town. The town is right there, and as you look out, you can see a church, some kind of cafe or ice cream bar. And it's weird. The traffic lights look like modern traffic lights you see in London. They're still black and white, but it's not. All the cars look like they're from the 1920s. Every so often, like there's a sign that almost looks like a Starbucks sign. Somewhere that looks like it's got electronic doors that open. So the what you call them? God, why do I always forget words? So the doors sliding open automatically as people walk in. Things you wouldn't really think of with the 20s.
Well, that's unusual. I guess he's forgotten what the town looked like, and he's kind of filling it in with stuff from his own head.
Right.
He went to Miskatonic, right? Didn't I? He went to Miskatonic.
He visited,
so.
yeah. I think he was there,
so-
not for. Well, I think he studied there for a bit, but like as an exchange sort of thing.
Yeah.
I got the sense he did 1 year there, kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Maybe just fill in the gaps that he couldn't commit to perfect memory, or some sort of romanticized version. Do we?
Would we know? So this is this is Jeff's own ignorance, perhaps with the setting. Like, would we know whether the effect, like, or is there maybe a role I could do here, like, to sort of deduce whether this effect means that maybe like it's an active tether, like there's like whoever is perpetrating this is possibly like in here somehow, or is it, you know, is there something I could potentially?
I don't think there is anything you could do with that. You could give me a mind. Wait a minute till I check. I'll try to see what skill would go with this. A mind. Intuition.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have pretty solid intuition, actually.
Yep.
All right. Right. Do you tell me that? I can't remember. Do you tell me, or do I roll?
Just roll. I'd say it's standard difficulty, so 4-1.
4, 5, 1, 2.
Excellent.
4s and 5s are good.
4s and 5s. That's too safe. You are not sure if there's anything else in here, but you do get the feeling, and it's something you got maybe from as you were interrogating him as well. This is how he wants to see himself. He sees himself as a man out of time. He wants to be in the much more sophisticated 1920s. He wants to be sort of member of the intellectual elite, seeing himself as a contemporary of people like Lovecraft. So from the intelligence point of view, you know, maybe from as well, since you get 2 successes, that dreams like this are usually set up to people generally put things up, like in Inception, to protect themselves.
Okay, so where would a wannabe intellectual hide out in some surrealistic production of the 1920s? Maybe a library?
Yeah, I was thinking library.
You want to head into town to look for the library?
Or on campus, if there is one on campus.
Yeah.
The campus kind of was only this one building. Everything else, it's, as I said, the dream is just like this one bit. The people are moving off and then they're gone. And in front of you have the city. Behind you, the auditorium is there, but the doors are closed, and now it's some kind of dance place or something. So like an old school people doing Charleston and shit. I know I'm really good at being a GM. The Charleston and shit. Perfect.
Flapper's Anonymous.
Aye, Flapper's Anonymous. But so what's going behind you? The university itself isn't actually there.
In town then for the library. Or a bookstore, whatever we see first.
That makes sense. The bookstore. Why? His friend.
Stimson.
Not Ed Baylor. Stimson, yes. Maybe look for that too, because he was the bookseller. So maybe a bookstore. Yeah.
Yeah.
You head out into the crowd, through the crowd, into the streets. Everything's fairly sedate. But you notice after a moment that people have started to look at you. You head down the main street. And the crowd's getting thicker. More and more people are banging into you. Excuse me. You turn to the left, go down the street. You see the university gate again, locked, closed. More people. You start to see eyes kind of yellowing. People start snarling at you as you hit into them. You move to the right, down another street. See the same ice cream shop. Everyone's sitting at it, staring out at you, all of them with an ice cream cone in their hand, licking at it in unison. A child tries to bite at your leg. You see the people start to form around you as you're looking for this bookshop.
Could we maybe find a less obvious route, or the alleyways, or something we might sneak, something where it looks like there's fewer eyes on it?
stealth of some kind, sneaking around.
You push through.
Or get bit by a dream kid in the shin.
She's really trying to gnaw at it, but it's not quite going through. 'Cause you're wearing jeans.
Get off! Get off! Ugh.
You kick her and she hisses.
Yeah.
More turning up, you dive down an alleyway. The alleyway narrows to a point. But you can see just a little bit, so a tiny gap through it. You hear a roar from behind you. As the people come towards, you see the little girl standing at the front, arms out, fingers like claws, bright yellow eyes. And they run towards you.
Looking up to see if there's like a fire escape or anything up the side of the building.
There's no fire escape, but you can see there is a gap that you can get through in this alleyway.
Gonna try and get through the gap.
You push into the gap and you feel it squeezing at you, almost as if you know the Junjito story, where they go in the holes in the building and the cliff, and their bodies get squashed. It kind of feels like that for a moment, as if it's getting smaller and smaller, and you're pushing through. You know you're able to push through, but you feel as if everything's being condensed. And then you break out into another large circle of people. All of them have teeth. Large teeth, they're dripping some kind of yellow bile in their mouth. And you see over their heads. The clothes look more, not quite modern, maybe from the 80s. An older guy waving his hand, over here, over this way. You see above his head the bookshop. It's a bookshop, he's in the name Strange Eon Books. Quick, over here.
We'll go to that, yeah, for sure. Like,
All right.
kind of trying to wade through the crowd.
Give me a body. Boom, boom. Sorry. Again, still not certain of the bloody skills here at all, even though there's not that many of them. Give me a body athletics, please, both of you.
Okay. Right.
Or reflexes would also be okay.
What difficulty are we at?
There's just 4.
All right, two successes for me.
You're grand.
I got 1, but I was only rolling 1 die.
Actually, 1 is enough. So you two managed to, as they're coming in, they're being more and more aggressive, and you see them, they're kind of chomping at you, but they're not overwhelming you. Yeah, you push through, you jump on them, you stand on that little girl's head, and just jump over the rest of them. And this man with the vest on, so the knitted wool vest, lets you into the shop. The bell kind of rings. You see all these old books. You can smell, when you go into a bookshop that has really old books in it, the smell of it kind of falls on you. Are you both okay?
Who are all that lot?
Looks out. Americans.
Say no more. I get it.
You can both.
Do we recognize him?
You don't recognise them, no, but if you give me a mind academics or mind occult roll, please, both of you.
Two successes again.
Very nice.
You're picking a lot of the ones I like.
Aye.
You're picking a lot of the combos that I like.
And what I'm doing is it's a false sense of security I'm trying to set up.
Yeah, there you go.
Nadia, how about you?
I'm trying to view the numbers because the dice roller I'm using just flashed them away for a moment. So give me a sec to just see them.
Bastard dice.
Yeah. It's telling me I've rolled 5d6, which is useful, but it's not telling me what they all were.
I think you're going to... Well, okay.
I think 5d6.
It's a 5, sorry. Difficulty is 5 for this.
Mm-hmm. Why are you not telling me what they were? Oh, there we go. 2, and I've got a +1 for one. So I've got I've got 2 4s, and I can +1 one of them up to a 5.
Okay, so the Strange Eon books. You can tell as so I said the scent of the books, but it's also the scent of like old leather, of tea that's been sitting around, of just that used in lived in sort of feel, and this place is in the real world. This is not this isn't a dream. I mean, it is a dream version that's in a dream, but this is the most faithful to the real world thing it is. And you also remember the name Strangey on books. That's where Paul's friend worked.
And so this guy in front of us, and like,
He's holding out his hand. Louis Stimson, pleasure to meet you.
reaches out, shakes the hand like suspiciously.
Have you seen Paul?
I was just about to talk to you about that. He was here earlier with some strange man with an accent. They were on their way to the graveyard in Gainesville Pike, so just to the north of Arkham. They said they were going to explore some secret chambers underneath an ancient crypt. I don't know. I'm really worried about Paul. That man was strange.
You've not seen him before?
No, never. And Paul usually is so much. He usually takes the time. I've got new books here for him. We could have a cup of tea, sit in the back, but no, this was all very strange. Those people outside weren't as aggressive as they were either until after you came by.
What do you mean by strange?
I mean, not to be. I'm quite old myself, but he was very old, and he looked. You know those stories where they've got the evil old character. It's like that. Could just imagine him twirling his mustache or something. He didn't, but
Like a old villain.
yes, exactly.
Right. What were they looking for in this graveyard?
I'm not sure. Paul said something about secrets, that he was being led to secrets of the world, to the universe, that they would find them underneath. I told him that there is nothing under the crypt in Arkham. Such a silly old wives' tale. He'd be much better sitting here with a good cup of tea and a book.
But just in case, so we know, what is the old wives' tale about the crypt at Arkham?
Why, I don't know, my dear. Can I get you a cup of tea?
Honestly, I would love that, but I think we probably need to check this out first.
He looks over your heads. You might want to take the back way out. I'll put the kettle on for you coming back.
Thank you, and make sure you've got plenty of sugar for my colleague.
Well,
Man
think
after my own
about
taste.
the amount of sugar a normal person would want, and then multiply it by 20, and then you're about halfway there.
Right, old chap.
I like coffee and tea with my sugar.
He smiles. You see him head towards the little kitchen at the back. Door's just back here.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we'll follow him. I mean, I'll follow him at least.
Yep, I'll follow.
You step out, and you're in a road surrounded by trees. You look round, and the city's off in the distance, a kilometre or so away. You can hear the creatures, those people, even louder now, as if they're nowhere near you. They're all back at the city, but you hear the moans going up. So someone's got a microphone at them.
Are there any kinds of vehicles, like cars or bicycles or something?
There are older vehicles, no bicycles that you see, but a couple of vehicles along the road. There are the streetlights are fairly modern streetlights, and not like the gasoliers or anything. You see a sign pointing to Old Gainesville Pike.
Gavin, do you think we could requisition a vehicle?
Sure.
And he'll like elbow one of the windshields or something just to open it up, just like all
Yep.
Sure, no problem. I'll put the paperwork in.
and see if he can just kind of get into one.
Smashes open, no glass anywhere. You open it up. I have no idea. 1920s cars did not have very sophisticated mechanisms though for starting them, did they? I'm not sure. But in a dream, it would be even easier. You sit behind the wheel and it chugs to life.
Okay. So if we're driving there, one of the things like I think Gavin would throw out there because he was curious if Nadia read it the same way.
Do we think that going into the graveyard is a metaphor for accessing more secrets? And this is all just some dreamlike representation of whatever person or entity is tapping into its brain? Or do
It
we
could be
think we're
that.
actually going?
Yeah.
Or it could be that we're accessing something that he's buried.
Right. And if we're thinking that Stimson is in fact his friend, then who's this old man? Someone else entirely?
Because Gavin was thinking that Stimson was the bad guy, right? It might even have been the same person as Baylor and at Baylor and whatnot, with Annabelle. So
Are we dealing with a third party as of yet identified?
I think we'll have to see him.
All right.
Assuming he isn't busy tying someone to railway tracks or something.
That is something they would do, I think, in this era. Especially here in America. Left and right. That's what I've read. Constantly tying people to railroad tracks.
Yep. It's about all I knew about when I was a kid.
Happens all the time.
That and the quicksand, but let's just
Oh, I had
get
the
make
quicksand.
tracks.
Fucking
So
quicksand.
much quicksand. Quicksand everywhere.
I was certain there'd be much more quicksand in my life by now, but no.
Yeah.
You head off in the car, and trundles along. You see in the odd house that you pass more of these creatures at the window, so a kind of yellowing light coming from it. Everything else is still black and white, but you see their eyes glowing yellow and like a yellow kind of light coming from behind them. And almost immediately, so after a couple of houses, you're driving past tombstones. You see them crumbling. It's an ancient graveyard. You see lots of, you see Lovecraft's name turn up. You see all different kinds of stones. You see crypts that are all closed up. And then you see in front of you a hunched figure. You see white hair, kind of grotty looking clothes. He's also in colour though. As you draw closer, you recognise him. It's Philip Sopov. He's got a phone, so an old Bakelite phone. It's got a cable or a wire attached to it. It's running all the way into this crypt he's standing at the doorway of. You can hear him talking, so he starts to mutter. Just keep going further, further.
What the hell is he doing here?
He's very much not being dead.
Yes, turn left. And he hears you to talk. Ah, you fools, Brown is dead. And he drops the phone and runs. And he vanishes in the darkness.
okay, well, is the phone still there?
Yes.
Grab it really fast.
Hello? Hello? Philip,
Who
are you
is
there?
this?
Who
Who is this? I asked you first.
I'm Paul Brown. There are things down here that indescribable.
All right.
What should I do? He promised me there were secrets down here. He said wonders beyond imagining. That should I keep going?
No, probably not. That's right. We probably shouldn't go further. Yeah. Do you know the way you came? Can you work your way back?
You're right. I'll come back. Okay, I'll follow the wire, just like Theseus in the labyrinth. Just stay on with me. It's quite dark down here, and some of the things are. Shit! No, God, my ankle. I can't walk on it, and they're coming. He starts screaming into the phone. Help me!
He just looks at Nadia and just rolls his eyes. You just see his eyes just roll up over his sunglasses.
Just looking back and only hearing some of this conversations from the little speaker.
He twisted his ankle. He's being chased by something. I think we gotta go get him.
Okay, you're the agent. I'm not knowledgeable about this kind of stuff.
All right, Paul. How did you get? You said you followed a wire.
I was following the phone wire. That's how I'm talking to you. Please. Oh my God, the teeth.
And we see the wire, I assume.
Yes, you can
coming out
follow
of
the cable, yeah.
Okay.
It's going into this dark. There's no light at all. But you see the first couple of steps heading down the way.
You said in terms of items or possessions, we would have things that we would normally have, or
Anything you think you would normally have, you will have.
So one of a standard thing for him is a flashlight. So I would, get that out if I can and try to give us some light as we descend.
You have your flashlight. You'll have your glasses that you have on for your magic. They're all things that you would normally have with you. That your brain would conjure for you. So as you make your way in, are you going in alone or both of you?
I'll go in as well, but I don't think I have a flashlight. If I had my phone, I might use the light on that. But
You would have your phone if you think you have your phone with you.
I don't imagine there'll be any signal on it, but I can use the light.
It's much brighter with your flashlight and the torch from the phone. You see the stairs are kind of crumbling, and about 10 stairs down, they kind of break away. Turns into more of a slope. What's the plan? He's heading down?
I think we're heading down, following the wire as best we can. Just keeping a lookout, talking to Paul every so often, trying to calm him down, that kind of thing.
He does the same. He starts to describe the monsters to you, and he's saying they're indescribable, and then describing things like tentacles with teeth, tongues coming out of eyes. Things.
It's really, real good there. Yeah, you got a real eye for detail. You should write comic books or something. Yeah, that's wow.
I want both of you to give me a body athletics test, please. This is DN43. So difficulty 4, complexity of 3, which is not good for Nadia, I think. You could use a luck because you still have extra from last time.
Yeah, we still got 3, I think. I might use, so that gives me an extra 1 die.
No, you could use 1 luck and just pass the test.
Would that be all right? Because I've got 1 die for this.
I would ask Gavin. If he's okay with it, then you're good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
For sure.
Then I think you just have 3 left. Because you're 2, and then... Wait a minute. No, you've got 4 left. Because we get 3 bought.
We got 4 bought, and we've used 2 now.
You've used 2. Okay, right. Then I apologise. You get 2, so you've got 5. See, that's me stealing from you. You start to make your way down. There's stones and bits of dirt start to tumble. Nadia, maybe you slip, and Gavin catches you. You make your way down slowly. You hear wet sounds, hungry sounds coming from below. Once you get to Brown, you see whatever he's seeing, when the light touches it, you can't quite make it out. It just gives you a terrible feeling of fear. You need to carry me out. I can't make it.
Gavin will briefly look to Nadia to see if she makes a move to carry him, and then
I'll go him.
And then he'll firefighter carry him, just throw him over his shoulder again.
Nadia can help you.
Okay.
This will be an extended test as you hear some larger creature coming from further down. That's the big one. A tentacle reaches up and licks at the foot, at Paul's foot. And you see one large tooth coming out of it. It scrapes along the sole of his shoe. So this is an extended test, body athletics. Difficulty is 4, and we need 8. Eight successes in total. So an extended test goes every round, every turn. You can keep adding to it. So you can help.
Are we doing a test? Are we doing a test each, or am I helping Gavin?
You would be helping. We need 8 successes in total.
So me helping you gives you an extra die.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm rolling 5. All right. Difficulty 4. Oh, that's not good. I got 2, and then a bunch of 1s and 2s.
That's fine. So you get 2 successes as you haul them up onto your shoulders, one on either side of them. Who's it going to go for? That will be Gavin. Gavin, you feel something lash out at your leg. What's your defense?
My defense is average.
Average. So his is great. So that is 2 steps ahead, isn't it?
Right.
So difficulty of 2. Okay. Right, sorry. I'm rolling a lot of d6 here.
That did sound an awful lot of d6.
Okay, so that is 7 hits.
Okay.
And I think that goes against your toughness.
It does. Not enough to injure me yet, though, as I have 8 toughness.
You feel one of these, you look down and it's inky black, and it's not the one with only one tooth it's scraped against. It's got 6 or 7 jagged, serrated teeth that are biting into your calf. You start to feel the warmth of the blood pouring out. Make your next test.
Why is everyone biting my shins today?
As he shakes it. All right.
You need to stop keeping carrots in your pockets.
And his socks.
3 this time.
So 3 successes, so that's 5 in total.
Yeah.
Right, let's see, who's it going to go for? This time it is Paul Brown. And Paul Brown is shite. Okay, nah. They didn't do as well against Paul Brown as they did against you. But you hear Paul shriek out and you see something is speared right through the muscle in his leg. And as it pulls back out, he lets a scream, just ear-piercing. And you see not only blood coming out of it, this black ichor drips down. Give us another test. As more tentacles start to lash up, scraping against the dirt behind you. You're about halfway up now, over halfway.
Quit squealing.
All right, that's 4 this time. 4 successes. That's much better.
And you get up, you pull him out into the moonlight. Everything's still black and white. He's breathing heavily. He holds onto his leg. And you wake up. He's on the floor, blinking. You two are still in your seats. Didn't have time to react. What's going on?
I think you had a dream.
What happened? That man, who was he? What did he want from me?
I don't know, it was your head.
He pulls himself up onto the chair. What's going to happen now? Are you going to tell the auditors?
We sort of have to, I'm afraid.
His head sinks into his hands. You see him sob. I'm sorry.
I know, but there were extenuating circumstances, and they'll probably take that into account.
He looks at you incredulously, the eyebrows raised. You think so?
I hope so.
Sure, of course. Absolutely. Everything will be fine.
It's like rubbing his leg.
Your legs, okay, you can put your toughness back up. There's nothing there, just but you still feel the pain of it, but there's no actual damage. Maybe a cramp in your leg from where it happened.
Is your sciatica playing up again?
It's just a constant bane of my existence.
He's sobbing, sitting there. You great big sniffs. The large bubbles of snot coming out. What do you want to do?
I'll give him a tissue.
You give him his tissue. Help a boy out. So what's the plan?
Well, I think we got a report to make.
Yeah, it's Mr.
Yeah.
Crabbit or whatever it was called.
Cabot.
Have it, yeah.
Yeah, got that to do. I guess the question remains: was Paul the only one, or was Vaudevillian man, Mr. Sopov, was he popping into other people's places, other people's heads as well?
That is something we should definitely mention, but they only asked us to find out who was doing it, and we have, and we can point them in the direction. If they want us to carry on investigating, we can, but they might want to put other people on it after this.
That's a fair point. Fair enough. Okay. I don't really want to work for Cabot much anymore anyway.
You head out. You leave him in there sobbing. So you call Cabot? Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Report.
We've discovered some information we want to bring to your attention, sir.
Quick, I don't have all day.
Paul Brown seems to be the mole. He has been siphoning information via his dreams. It does not appear that he was aware of it happening.
Nothing to dream. This was a physical letter. Are you sure you've got the right end of the stick? I do not want to be run about.
Looks at Nadia. Covers the phone.
He said, he said it's a physical letter that was leaked.
If there was
I'm
someone
probably
else in his
sure.
dream, the other person could have been writing the letters. The
Yes.
bookseller was in colour. We never even saw the vaudevillian guy.
The vaudevillian guy was the white old guy who was just out there.
It was like soap off, right?
Yeah.
It was filthy. Okay.
So he was in colour as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think? Say, give up Louis Stimson as like a person of interest.
And Sopov, I guess, because it sounds like he's
Yeah.
living in the dreams of this guy somehow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, Brown had an associate by the name of Louis Stimson, owner and operator of Strange Aeon's bookshop, who was a person of interest in the lake.
Have you spoken to him yet?
Not in so much.
Then get back to me once you have all the details. Do you have anything on Curtis yet?
Jeez. I'm trying to remember.
That
Curtis.
bitch has to be involved, the auditor.
No,
Okay.
we only spoke to Annabelle as well.
Then why are you contacting me? I want this done with.
If you don't want to know that Paul Brown was leaking information to Philip Sopov,
Philip
That's fine.
Sopov is dead.
Philip Sopov is inside the brain, mind, and dreams
You have
of Paul
proof
Brown.
of this? It wasn't just Paul dreaming this?
It could have been. It's a dream. All right. Well, we'll follow up with Stimson.
Get back to me as soon as you have something concrete. We'll deal with Brown.
Aye, sir.
He hangs up, even just before you get to say aye, sir.
And when Nadia hears the phone has been hung up, she says, I'm persisting with calling him Crabbit.
Crabbit, aye.
It makes sense. He's something, all right. Pain in my ass is what he is. All right. So he wants us to follow up with Stimson. We need proof that Sopov is really inside his dreams, and it wasn't just a figment of that dream.
Well, I mean, obviously we'd have taken some pictures, but we were in a fucking dream.
Right. He's not one for long explanations.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Right.
Two men in uniform come up, nod at you, and open the door into the interrogation room. You hear Paul, sorry, I'm so sorry. The door closes behind them.
All right, so what do you want to do next? Talk to Stimson? Talk to the auditor?
Would Nadia have some idea of what the auditor might be able to offer this situation? Because I'm not sure I do.
Nadia will be shitting herself for the auditor.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be a part of it.
I mean, if you go back to what was written in that letter, not in the letter, in the report where she overtook it. Wait a minute till I find it again. Oh, great, it opens up in GIMP. Give me a wee second. That's why I should have put it as a bloody PDF. Right, so in the dossier on Matilda Curtis, you got the details, the date of birth, everything. In the background, Curtis started her career as a researcher in the Foreign Office before transferring to the laundry as a redacted. Then the writing had become magically handwritten. I hardly think this is relevant, Mr. Cabot, and you'll forgive me for this intrusion. If you have questions, please ask them directly instead of stalking me like some spotty little pervert. Then there's more in the magical handwriting. Items that may be of importance. I'm a fully qualified auditor, an adept of the tongue of Ma'at. Mr. Brown, I assume he's caught up in this little witch hunt too, worked for me from 2002 to 2004. I have barely begun my investigation into the death of Philip Sopov when I was informed that the matter was being taken out of my hands. Then again, the text assessment to Curtis is effectively an over-promoted middle manager. Magic writing, again, charming, and you, Mr. Cabot, are an overbearing, paranoid, obsessed with power.
Sounds like Matilda's got the measure of Cabot anyway.
I like it. I'm terrified, but I like it at the same time. So maybe we start small and just go with Stimson.
It's about 2 in the afternoon, so you've had you get started fairly early. You got Annabelle. Paul Brown has now been taken into custody. You're not quite sure what will happen to him. Maybe you'll find out. Maybe it'll be lost to history. Do you need anything to go talk to Stimson, or are you just heading out?
Can we leave the premises without...
Of course, you're not.
Yeah, but with equipment and stuff.
If you want to requisition equipment, you can, but it's slightly easier. You've got advantage on it, so depends what you need.
I've never done operations off-site. What would you take, Gavin?
I mean, we're going and talking to a man who runs a bookstore, who may be obliged to lie to us.
Just going quickly scanning down through equipment.
It's just a chat, right? That's all we're doing, just having a little chat.
Is there anything along the lines that would help us like deduce truthfulness or anything like that? Anything that like we could?
If you have the spell for it, you could put a geese on him, a compulsion, but I don't think you have it.
And we can't bring him back to the room that we've got that has the compulsion going on.
You could, but that would be going very. That would be letting him know about the laundry and causing extra.
Yeah, that's a problem. We shouldn't do that.
You can use your warrant card when you're out, and he'll think you're police or whatever.
It's fully intending to do that.
Yeah. That will using your warrant card will make him more likely to be truthful towards you anyway. Only if there's something like if he was a sorcerer, then you might go more against it. So you're heading out. You getting on the tube, or do you want to try getting a taxi and see if you'll get away with it?
I don't think they'll pay for a taxi. Maybe a route master.
You head out. London, it's the afternoon. It's raining, but it's the usual sort of rain, just not quite hitting you sideways, not soaked through. You get on the tube or the bus. I have no idea what the geography of London's like anymore. It's been years since I was there.
Can rent electric bikes.
Aye, something like that. You make your way out to Clapham. In a small side street, you see the bookshop. Strange on books. It looks exactly like it did in the dream. Sign antique and rare books. You don't notice anything magical or anything about it. There's no nothing obvious that would make you think this was anything other than what it was.
All right. Well, let's
How do you
go.
want to play this, Gavin?
I mean, routine background check, handful of questions, make it seem nice and innocent until he gives us a reason for us to make it not so innocent any longer.
Agreed.
Get in. The little bell rings, the door opens, and you're hit with the exact same smell, the exact same feeling as you got in the dream. The leather and the old books. The man behind the counter looks exactly like he did in the dream. He's even wearing, maybe not the exact same, but as well, it's like a knitted vest. Hi, can I help you?
And Nadia will hold up the warrant card and say, we just need to ask a couple of questions. We're here on official business.
I hope everything's okay. Come in. Can I get you a cup of tea? Should I close for the moment?
Oh, I don't think there's any need to close. It's not that serious. We just need to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay. Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you just now. I've not long since had lunch.
Okay. But I don't need to be nervous, do I?
I shouldn't think so.
You got some reason to be nervous?
He laughs. No more than average. You're not from HMRC, are you? That's they are in
No, not at all. It's equivalent of the IRS.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'll help
Do I
you
look
can.
like a bean counter?
We
We call it bean. We can bean. Yeah.
No, of course not. Please, he takes you a little bit in. He can still get his eye on the door, but you see there's a couple of worn leather seats. This is where I usually sit and talk to my friends. Have a seat, please.
Very cosy.
So, how can I help you?
Do you know a man by the name of Paul Brown?
I do, yeah. He's a good friend of mine. He was in here, last week or something? He gave me...
Do you remember?
Yeah, sorry. You.
No, you carry on. I was going to ask if you remembered what happened and if he did anything unusual or anything like that.
That's exactly it. It was kind of strange. He wasn't himself at all. He seemed kind of ill. To be honest, he was a little confused. I offered him a cup of tea and he didn't want it, didn't have any time, which is very unusual for Paul. He usually comes in. So just before tea time, we have a cuppa and we talk about some of the new books I might have gotten, or new books, and he goes, it was really strange. He gave me a letter and asked me to post it for him, which of course I need to do the mail every couple of days anyway. It's not a problem. But yes, very, very strange. It was addressed to the US Embassy, I think.
Just exchanged glances with Gavin for a moment there.
He told me it was old tax documents going back to when he studied over there. I think it was Arkham. He loved that place. But I don't know why they would want tax documents from the 70s. Is he okay? Is there anything to worry about?
No, he's fine.
He's a good sort. A little bit uptight at times, but a lovely fellow. A real interest in literature, you know?
And Nadia kind of looks around the shop just to take it in and says something. You must get some very eccentric people coming in here sometimes.
Oh, every so often. As you're looking about, Nadia, you see most of the stuff doesn't look to be actually all that old or all that unique. Some of it's kind of new age sort of nonsense. Second-hand books. You see a lot of spy novels over in the corner. It's not really an antiquarian place. There are older books, but most of the shop's just junk, really.
So, you said that you noticed Paul the last time you saw him. He was ill, and he wanted you to post.
It seemed ill, yes.
What about the time before that? How was he doing then?
Well, he was in a couple of days before that. He was absolutely fine.
Did he mention having anything that was bothering him? Trouble sleeping? Anything like that?
Nothing at all. He was quite excited about. He said he was doing some exciting things in work coming up. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what he does at the trust. But it's always nice when he's happy.
Oh, he was excited, and he told you he was excited. How did you respond to that?
Oh, we talked about that I was excited. I was meant to get a Dostoevsky in. Unfortunately, it hasn't arrived. But hopefully it will. I'm sure he'll be very interested in seeing it. It's a second edition.
You, last time he was in, time before that, you see anyone odd in here? Anyone following them? Anyone? You strike up a conversation with another one of your customers? Anything like that?
Kind of laughs when you say customers. I don't really get all that many customers in. Most of the sales are done over the internet now. But it's nice keeping the old place open. Anyone following him? No, he was the only one to come in. When he left, both times he was the last person in the shop other than myself.
Have you got any record or anything of the posts that you sent? It might be relevant.
Yes, I sent it recorded delivery. Give me a second, and it goes back to the counter, bends down, brings out a big stack of receipts. Yep, this one. There's a couple of other things on there, so if you need it, if you could take a copy or a picture of it, because I'll need it for my books.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
It's just a ordinary receipt saying that it's sent recorded delivery.
Does it have the postcode or anything like that?
Yeah, it was the US Embassy.
Yeah, I mean, I just for evidence for later.
Yeah, but it's the exact. Well, no, it wouldn't have the. Would it? I don't know. Yeah, it'll have the address on it.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah. We'll see it does.
Says U.S. Embassy, and then it says United States 00001. Something like that.
Exactly. The Black Chamber. Just get it addressed properly.
All right.
Are you sure everything's okay with Paul? Do I need to worry about him?
You don't need to.
Okay, but if you see him today, tell him I'm asking after him, please.
We certainly will.
You've been a big help, Mr. Simpson. Appreciate your cooperation.
If I can help you in any other way, please let me know.
Why do you
just-
like Paul so
sorry.
much, by the way? Why are you so friendly with him?
Do you not have friends, Mr. Inspector, Sergeant?
No, I'll do. It's just, have you met Paul? He's the one.
He laughs again. Some people are just... They're quiet at times, but when they have something they're interested in, they come out of their shells. And I think Paul's like that. We both have a love of old books. He loved telling me about his time in Arkham. I suppose the library there is amazing. I told him about the travels I've done in my younger days. And now, it's just nice to have someone come in and have a chat.
Where did you travel to, Mr. Simpson?
Oh, back in the day, I was all over the world. I was in the US. I was in Michael mentions a few places.
I'm intrigued about whether he's happened to see Russia before the fall.
Seriously, I was like ready, like I'm pulling out like the flashlight, getting ready to conk him on the head.
He doesn't mention Russia.
I'm just looking at the shelves a bit, especially in the more woo section. Have you got any books about dreams? This isn't to do with the case. I'm just interested.
Oh well, certainly yes. It looks about. We've got quite a few here, and I've just forgotten the name of the guy, the dream guy. What's his name? Contemporary of Freud. What's his name?
Jung?
Jung, yeah. We've got some Jung here. We've got some more modern takes, the 70s. I wouldn't bother much with them if I was you.
Are they quite discredited?
It's definitely more on the fantastical side of things, if you ask me. But if you'd like something, I'll give you a good discount for Her Majesty's brightest.
I might come back another time. Is it something that you're interested in yourself, personally?
Dreams? No. No, I'm more of a literature person myself.
Ah, yes, hence the Dostoevsky.
Yes, hopefully it'll arrive.
Do you prefer more sort of Crime and Punishment or The Idiot?
Crime and Punishment, I know.
Okay.
It's trite maybe, but it's a classic for a reason.
Well, I haven't got any more questions, Gavin.
No, you've been quite helpful, Mr. Stimson. Thank you very much. We'll pass on your concerns to Paul. I'm sure you'll see him in a week or so. You can have your tea together. Everything will be fine.
Well, please do. I'm really hoping that he's okay. I am worried about him, and he's not. I know you don't think he's that kind of guy, but he's. Once you get to know him, he kind of is. Thank you. And he sees you to the door.
Thank you, sir.
Mark, is there? I'm not sure if this makes sense, but is there like an intuition roll or something I can do? Like, did he give off any like vibes of sort of being evasive or dishonest in any way with his answers?
You can give me a mind intuition if you want.
Yeah, just to be sure. I got if difficulty 4, I have 2.
Yeah. Okay, he seemed completely earnest in his worry for Paul. Didn't seem to be hiding anything at all.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got. So, outside.
Well, it looks like he just was in there. Made the wrong friend at the wrong time. Something or other.
Yeah, or... The guy in the dream said he was dead. What if someone else is wearing a Paul-shaped skin right now?
So someone outside of dreams
Yeah.
is walking around looking like Paul. That's interesting.
It's the kind of thing I sometimes see come up on archive material.
Well, that opens up a couple questions then. Who would it be? Would it be Annabelle? Would it be Bella? Would it be the auditor? Would it be Soaphoff himself? Because if we assume Soaphoff died, maybe someone was wearing...
So I was like, he's just sort of spiraling at this point.
Yeah, he was disguised when he died. So someone was seeing...
Right.
I'm not sure who they thought they were killing.
Curious.
It sounds like we might need to speak to this auditor. I don't like it, but it feels like the next step. We haven't got enough evidence to do anything that will make Mr. Kravitz happy.
Right, but auditor
I know.
making Mr. Kravitz happy. Auditor Kravitz happy.
We don't get out of this until Kravitz happy.
I don't think that man's ever had a day of happiness in his life, so we could be at this a while. Okay, let's talk to the auditor.
You call it in?
Yeah, reluctantly.
You speak to her secretary. She was just about to leave for the day. When will you be here?
About 15 minutes?
Right, she can give you half an hour. She is not in a good mood. And don't tell her I told you that.
Thank you for the tip. I owe you.
You get back to the laundry, back to the new annex. Make your way in, you're back to the same room you were in before. She's waiting there. She has a cup of tea. Her legs are crossed. When you walk in, she just stares at you both. I have places to be.
Thank you so much for coming. I would offer you a cup of tea, but I see you already have one.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah, I don't want to waste your time. We're investigating possible leak of...
I did not leak it, and I do not know who did.
Okay. Thank you for telling us.
You do know that leaking the dossier without orders would be a breach of one's loyalty oath to the laundry, and that oath has real power. Since none of the three of us have burst into flames or been torn to death by invisible claws, there is more afoot here than a mere simple, disgruntled employee.
Oh, there certainly is signs of that.
So, I heard something happened with poor Paul.
Something did happen with poor Paul.
Is he to blame for this? Is he responsible? I can barely...
No, I could barely credit it either. The indication seems to be that he was somehow leaking documents in his own sleep and then taking letters to a bookshop to be posted to the American Embassy.
I see. And who's looking into this now?
Hi, my name's Nadia and this is Gavin.
Ah.
Hello.
Don't you find it a little bit suspicious that two of your such high esteem should be put on such a case like this? Should be interviewing an auditor?
Very much so. Yes.
Now, would you like to ask me about Mr. Cabot?
Very much so. Yes.
Please do so.
Well, first of all, man, why is there such animosity between The two of you? My thanks.
Cabot has twice applied for consideration to become an auditor, and I have vetoed his application both times. It takes a certain maturity and discipline to qualify, and Cabot has the maturity and discipline of an angry chihuahua.
Does he know that you stopped him?
Oh, I'm certain that he does. He's a jumped-up little fascist with a fetish for mind control. He will have his fingers everywhere he can. He cannot be allowed to... oh God, fucking words. He cannot be allowed to flourish in the laundry. Unless we wish to become like those across the pond.
Mind control, you said. So theoretically, he would be someone who would be adept at convincing a poor sap to deliver a letter against his will, without any memory of it, that sort of thing.
That would certainly be within his powers, and certainly something that he would attempt to do. Would it bring him something good? However, if you're trying to insinuate that he leaked the Red Queen dossier, I severely doubt it.
Just speaking theory, man. Just theory.
Oh,
What
I
if he
understand.
compelled Paul to do it?
That would still break his oath. And as much as I would love to see the little twit burn, it hasn't yet happened. He has his own vendettas to carry out.
So you don't think that he was involved then in the leaking of the Red Queen documents?
Oh, in all honesty, I wish that he was. But
Miss Curtis, you're a very knowledgeable woman. If you were wanting to somehow leak documents, how would you do it?
you would have to... Well, there are several possibilities. You would need to dispel their geese or suppress it in some way, but that would take considerable magical talent. And only one from the three of us would be able to do something like that. It would be myself. Although I presume the Black Chamber would also be able to do so. However, if they have their claws so deep into the laundry, we might have more problems to think of. As I said, I did not do so. So we're back to square one.
Would you say Annabelle Gladstone has magical talent?
She has a modicum of talent, but she is also a security risk, if you ask me. She should not have been entrusted with that mission to Moscow. She doesn't work well with others, and it's a personal failing that she will need to overcome. It is not a justification for inadequate staffing.
Ma'am, is there any way, if we're to theoretically assume someone was able to suppress or dispel geese in some way, is there any way to theoretically track, say, like some sort of magical signature or some such back to who might have performed such a task?
I'm sure forensics could pull something up like that, yes. Given an hour or two, I myself could probably do so. However, I am not allowed to investigate this little mishap, am I?
I suppose not. So if we were to call in forensics on Mr. Brown, we might be able to learn a little bit about who affected him in such a way.
I would have thought you would already have done so, Mr. Gadwell.
I was going to, but then we got on the phone with Cabot, and you know how he is. Bark, bark, bark away.
The face you pulls when you say Cabot just looks really fucking angry. Almost makes you flinch back. Well, if that's it, I have dinner to have with my son. I've had a long day. Is that quite enough?
I think it might be.
Now, you can tell Cabot from me he is a little shit who will never become an auditor. Okay?
Oh, I think you know, ma'am, we won't, but I appreciate your opinion.
I really do hope you find out what's going on. The quicker the better. The faster you can get away from Cabot, the better it will be for both of you.
And I smile at her and make proper eye contact. We are doing our best.
I'm sure. She stands up. And she considers it for a second, then puts out a hand to shake.
I'll shake her hand.
Mr. Gaddo?
Oh, Kevin will. He'll shake a hand. His giant meaty paw.
Let's hope if we ever see each other again, it is under more pleasant circumstances. And she
Yes,
walks
ma'am.
out.
I think the temperature in this room just went up a couple of degrees.
And so you can see, like, he visibly, like, it's like he's been sucking in his gut basically for the entire conversation. He just kind of lets it out as she leaves finally.
Your
Well,
phone rings. Their message. Annabelle Gladstone just left the building. She went out the back entrance.
And we can do the surveillance now, if we want.
I think it might be time for a little bit of scrying.
Indeed, I'm sure wish I didn't change the page number where I had that bookmarked. I'll find it.
Do I have it? Because I was at the spells earlier.
I was looking something.
No.
I was looking something else up. That's my bad. I had it up, and then I switched.
No, I had it at the spells, and then when I closed my browser, it fucking went back to...
It's all good. I'll find it.
So we're getting to around 6 p.m. now. After all said and done. So it's time everyone's going home anyway. It's actually quite late for Annabelle to have been leaving. Usually 5 o'clock would be the time for heading off.
Either she's working on something that she's really into, or she's on to us to some extent. And if she's experienced, I'd be expecting her to be expecting something. She's got a high opinion of herself, but she's also not terrible at this.
Sorry, I'm just looking for it.
Sorry, I should have kept
All
looking
right,
for it.
I got it. I got it.
Right, so what is it exactly you want to do?
Okay, so one of the things you can do, and it's not the greatest thing. There's 3 different functions of scrying. One of them is just sort of seeing runes or binding diagrams that are currently active, so that doesn't seem to be useful to us in this case. The second option is that it functions as a thermometer, which is
Thermometer, yeah.
basically, which is like magical fields and stuff, but again, doesn't seem relevant with what we're trying to do. The third thing is a sympathetic magic scrying window that lets us track a target, providing we have a sympathetic link, which we do, like a photo, personal item, etc., that we can smear across my phone's camera, and you can theoretically observe the target remotely, but that's like trying to get 3G reception on some deserted Scottish island. Let's see.
You could also requisition surveillance. So London is one of the most surveilled cities. You could put in a requisition to follow her by cameras to find out where she is. You could do your scrying. Several things you could do.
I think scrying sounds fun.
Okay, sounds better.
But yeah. Okay. Okay. Just making sure there's something else. Yeah, everything just goes through the phone. So, so that's a magic test, right?
Yes.
It's, mind magic, I think. And I do have a focus in magic, which is nice.
Which is always good,
Yeah. I don't see anything about the difficulty in the description, so I'm not sure if it's something you set.
Difficulty should be, it should say difficulty and then L, so DN, then something L, but if it doesn't, then it's 4. If there's nothing She's not got any wards up
Not
against
not
it.
in the like, not in the verbose description of the spell. I don't see
Yeah.
anything there. Okay.
If it's not there, then it's...
All right, here I go. All right, I do have a 4, so I'm going to kick up the 4 to a 5. Wait, you said difficulty 4? Never mind. I'm going to kick up the 3 to a 4, which will give me 3 successes.
You both crowd around the screen. It's like 420p, less than that. You're getting back and you see her at the British Museum, sitting on a bench, kind of laughing to herself. You hear her making fun of the art students, stuff that are walking by. She's very kind of catty, very big. She's sitting, she's got a drink, she's got a snack. Seems to be passing the time like that. You don't see her speak to anyone else. How long do you want to watch her for?
And she's just, you say she's sitting, or is she like...
She's sitting, so it's like sitting at the museum, watching, so like kind of people watching, but being really snarky about it.
He'll look to Nadia.
She's just sitting around making fun of people.
Okay, that sounds like what I used to imagine they did in their spare time, to be honest.
All right. I mean, I guess I'll keep watching a bit.
How long does she stay at the museum?
Well, at least, well, how long are you going to keep watching? For the next hour, at least, she's at the museum.
Okay.
If you want to continue after that, you'll need another check.
Okay. All right, so...
I mean, there's nothing. She doesn't talk to anybody. She's just making fun of folks. I could try again.
I'm not sure what we're getting from this, really.
Do we suspect she's involved?
I'm not sure. I'm still worried about why... his name's gone out of my head and I hadn't written it down. The Russian guy.
Oh, no,
the dead Russian guy.
Philip Sopov.
Yeah, why he keeps popping up. He should be dead. So is he hanging about somewhere as like a ghost or as a spirit, or... If he was in colour, everyone in colour seems to, from that dream, seems to exist in some way.
Right. Mate, do we have anything of Sopov's? A photo of him or anything?
You could probably find a photo of him, yeah.
Yeah, I can
Can
check
we
the
find a
archives.
photo? And I could try to scry on him.
But do me a favour to get the photo, just because it's not going to be difficult, but because of time.
Yeah.
I want a mind bureaucracy, please.
Okay.
The more
I'm just
successes
getting
you
my
get, the faster you'll
dice.
get it.
3 and 1 with a +2.
Or 2 plus 1s.
Yeah. 4. So I got a 6, a 5, a 6, and a...
You passed.
Yeah.
That gets brought to you almost immediately. Someone's probably walking by with some of the file, or you've got it already on the phone. And when you try to scry for Sobov, no rule necessary, you come up with nothing.
Would that be something I would assume is because he's actually dead?
They're actually dead, or it could also be someone that's more powerful than you hiding, but if someone was dead, you would definitely expect to get nothing.
Right. I got nothing. Means he's probably dead, so
Yeah, I may be barking up the wrong tree here. Don't worry about that.
No, it's a good theory, though. All right.
So what do you want to do? You can keep trying to scry. You can go out to try and follow her. So you could keep your eye on her to get to. You could just give up for the night and go home. You could research into something else. Just write up your report and get it done.
Well, what do you think? Do we want to push with her further?
I'm not sure Annabelle's the way into anything at this point. I think because she was on the truth thing, she didn't lie to us at any point.
Right.
You did suggest that she might be omitting stuff, and that could be correct, but I'm not getting the vibe that she's interested enough.
Okay. So
What-
someone, an unidentified. We still don't know exactly who it was, though. Like we
Someone's
know,
compelling Paul to do this.
but we don't know who's pulling his strings. If it's not Sopov because he's dead, if it's not Annabelle because she's incompetent, if it's not the auditor because why would she bother? And
Would it be
she
worth-
even doesn't think it's Cabot.
Would it be worth scrying on Cavett?
Okay, I could do that, I suppose. I imagine if he catches me doing that, that would not be good.
You make a very good point.
But I would think the auditor would. I mean, she was honest, I suppose, that she wanted him to be a part of it. But even she, who's clearly at odds with him, said no, probably not. I'm inclined to take her at her word, or take her at her intuition there. It just
Although
remains who.
She also knows so much about the detail of how the compel truth field thing works that she could be trying to bypass that by telling us the information and stopping us from asking questions.
Right, but I'm not going to try to scry on an auditor. That's kind of where I draw the line.
Yeah, I think that's sensible.
And Stimson certainly came across as earnest. So who is it?
As I scramble through my documents to see. I mean,
Let's try out the theory of dead Russian guy whose name I really need to write down.
Sopov.
Sopov, thank you. Being in control of someone somehow. If it was the bookseller, that doesn't help anything because he's not getting the he still needs Paul to bring him the information in the first place. Or if he's doing a mind control.
Yeah. Right.
So they were friends. Let's say maybe he's putting something in the tea, or he's messing with Paul in some way, and then compelling Paul to bring the stuff to him so he can post it.
Why would Sopov want to help Black Chamber, though?
To discredit us? Well, the laundry. Not us personally.
Right.
In negotiations with the 13th Directorate. I almost got
Right.
there.
I am going back through my handouts, seeing if there's something I missed.
The only way that Annabelle could be involved is if she too had been at some point mind controlled, manipulated the way Paul Brown was. But even still, we have
Okay.
the means by which the list was leaked. So even if we discover it, what exactly would her participation have been?
Well, it feels like books are kind of the backbone of this whole thing because she's seeing a bookseller, that's his cover, I guess, because he's working for the Black Cauldron, the Black Chamber, sorry. Black Cauldron, sorry. That's a
Would
different
also
film.
be good, yeah.
That's Canada.
Paul's involved in the bookstore where they're also getting rare and unusual books, and I guess the auditor could be involved in some way as well. But there's two people who are getting books from Russia and have links to America and the Black Chamber. There's definitely something going on with the books.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to do next?
I'm not sure. I don't think we have anything we can use to scry on Stimson, do we?
No, not really. Because he wasn't part of the report, so we don't have anything of his. We didn't take anything, but he was earnest.
Yeah, he was earnest when we spoke to him, but maybe at night someone else is in charge.
Well, we could go. I don't know. But why would someone take charge of Stimson if somebody else took charge and also take charge of Paul Brown? It seems like they would only need to take charge of one of them, and that would be Paul Brown. Because all Stimson needed to do was just send the letter.
Yeah, but then you've got the guy from the Black Chamber, Ed Baller.
Baylor.
Baylor.
Like that,
Baylor.
Yeah.
I was writing that in a hurry. He could be taking stuff to Stimson. They may well know each other. They clearly move in the same circles, at least if it's his cover. Annabelle also moved in those circles before she does the job that she's doing.
Well, we could just continue to surveil her and see if she leads us to something else. If Ed Baylor does come into London, maybe pays her a visit, or
Yeah, hangs out in a fancy cafe or restaurant.
okay. All right. Well, let me scry on her again, see where she's at, and then we can pick up more mundane surveillance once we know where she is.
So can we try it? Can I try
Give
it
me another
again,
roll, please.
Mark? All right. Such a mystery. All right. Trying to remember. Not as good as time. With my focus, I get 1 success.
So it takes a little bit longer. I mean, you can feel it coming through, but it's like you know, when you used to have to mess with the antenna to get the picture right. So it takes maybe half an hour, and you see her sitting alone at a bar. Cocktail, takes the what do you call it, the what do you call them? Fuck, olive. Sit, knocks back the cocktail, or just orders another, sitting there all by herself.
I'm starting to feel bad for her. She goes by herself to a museum, makes fun of people all by herself, goes to a bar, drinks cocktails, eats olives all by herself. She seems very lonely.
And as you say that, a man, dark hair, wearing a suit, comes up, sits beside her. You see them kiss each other's cheeks. He puts a hand on her knee. And they order drinks.
Jackpot.
Baylor?
It's got to be.
With scrying, I'm not sure if I would know. I don't know if it would work like a homing beacon, but is there anything like in the sort of the visual that would reveal where she's at, like what the bar
Yes,
is?
it's a chain bar in the UK called All Bar One. I don't know if it's still about actually. There you go. The action. Okay, Wolf Dog, good for you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you very much.
Right on, thanks.
I don't know why Merry Christmas came out, but it did. Thank you very much, Wolf Dog.
Christmas in July.
Yeah.
Isn't the phrase?
I mean, could you give a shout out, please? I've never done that. Yeah, so Christmas in July. What was I going to say? Fuck. Aye, right, no, it's an all bar one. So it's like they set themselves up to be like a fancy bar, but they're not really. Okay. And Nadia, you'd know there's one right nearby the British Museum, which is not far away from the new annex, actually.
I think we should go and maybe take them into custody or, something. Oh, goodness gracious.
It would be a weird coincidence if we just suddenly turned up and there he was, the person we've just found out about. We could just rock up there.
I think so. Like, oh, hey, will you come here? We come here. Look at that. We were just getting a drink. Oh, who's this fella here?
Yeah, just be ready for Annabelle looking daggers at us, but, it's business.
Yeah.
So yeah, can we go and try to
You keep the on the phone. You get your eye on it. You make way out the laundry, get your coats and everything. You see her the whole time. She's talking, so laughing, the very kind of chummy, leaning over, kissing each other, things like that. And you get to the bar. This probably takes about another hour in total. You're heading up a bit later, and so it's getting later nights after 9 now, maybe nearer 10. You see her sitting at the bar. You see through the glass walls and door.
How busy is the place?
Moderately busy. Most of the tables are taken, but it's not jam-packed. Like you could probably get a table if you wanted to go in.
All right, do we want to just go straight in and be like, oh, hey, look at this, oh, coincidence? Or do we want to wait and pick them off as they come outside?
Why don't we go in, avoid them to start with, but keep an eye on them?
Oh, okay. Well, got
But
it.
you do this more than I do. I'm just guessing here, but like,
Right,
social?
I'm not usually the one with the. I'm not the most. I'm very large. It's easy to see me, and not the stealthiest of folk. I'm like a giant tree wandering into the bar all of a sudden. Like, hey, where'd that tree come from?
As you're speaking with each other, both of your mobile phones go off, and you see out the corner of your eye that Annabelle's dead too.
I'll look down at mine and see what's happening.
It's a priority alert from the laundry's predictive branch. There's a strong likelihood of a Class 1 reality excursion within the next 4 hours and a measurable chance of everyone getting devoured by cosmic horrors before Tuesday.
Shit, I had planned on Tuesday.
And at that point, you see Annabelle fall to the floor and you hear her scream through the wall. And both of you see black and fall down.
Damn it! Not again.
You're outside of a town. The name comes to you, Chorleywood. It's like very bucolic sort of English village. It's country pubs, expensive houses. You know, very kind of middle England sort of thing. It's one of the nicest places to live, according to government statistics at least. But those statistics don't really mention the fact that there's a massive horror rampaging towards it. Or in the middle of it. You're standing at the outskirts, you see the middle of the village about 30 feet tall. The horrific slime dripping monster. There's lots of teeth and tentacles and eyes that seem to follow you wherever you go. You feel them looking into your soul. You see victims get grabbed up off of the street. You see their skulls being ripped off, the bits of their brains being sucked out, eggs being implanted into them. And you see the victims are still alive as this happens. I want you both to give me a spirit resolve test, please. Difficulty 6.
Oh boy. 1-6.
Well, very good. Nadia?
It took me a minute to get to my feet there. Give me a second.
No bother. You to see it, Gavin, this thing, it's horrific. You stop. It's more than you've ever seen before, even in your training videos. It's a horror from another dimension. Once Nadia can tell me. I'm not good at this.
I have to stretch out a window so it shows me the numbers. I got 2 successes.
2 6s?
No, 2 successes, and I've got plus
it's a
1.
6. It's a 6 to succeed.
6. Well, I can get 1 6 then.
When you succeed in this thing, you almost feel overwhelmed by it. Almost makes you want to shrink back in horror. But both of you, as you see it, you realise this is Curtis. It's how she sees herself. It's the manifestation of her doubt and self-loathing. It's what she could be if she wasn't on constant guard against the corruption that's inherent in being an auditor, having so much power. These things, you're in a dream that comes normally to you. You see it stamping across town, and you see it's going towards a certain home, and you know just in your mind that that's Curtis's home.
Uh-oh.
I knew we were scared of the auditors, but this has put a whole new spin on things.
Right. I guess we should go try to help her.
Yeah, but also, how did we all fall asleep at once? This is weird. I expected it to be Annabelle's dream.
Well, could have just been. It could have been the phone. Maybe they're piggybacking something on the phone signal.
Oh, I'm very suspicious, though. Okay. Yeah, we need to find out what's going on at this house, though.
She said she was having dinner with her son. Okay.
So yeah, I'll go towards the house.
Then I want, it's an extended test. I need 6 successes from each of you over 3 turns.
Okay.
Difficulty is 4, it's body athletics.
Okay, that's better.
You've still got the
in
luck to
danger.
spend. You've got 5 luck you can spend. Luck if
Oh, yeah.
Also, you can I think at this point you could use adrenaline as well because the adrenaline would be pumping.
Right, and adrenaline, does that just give you an extra?
It can give you an extra action. It can it can boost you. It can double your skill on something. It can double your focus. That sort of thing. So it's not just an extra action. So if you were so like for running, if you've got a skill in athletics, you could use adrenaline to double whatever your skill is in that. And I would say as well, I would like you to use it to get 1 in athletics if you don't have athletics. But you've also still got the 5 luck between you.
Yeah, but I've only got 2 adrenaline.
I have one.
The adrenaline will go back up though as soon as you get in a fight.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll use that to help with the rolling down, and I'll do rolling to start with, and then if I have to use luck, I will use luck. Let's start with.
his name.
I do a roll. Oh no. Got a 2 and a 5.
2 and 5, so that's 1 success.
Yeah.
I got 4 successes. You had difficulty
There you go.
4, right?
A difficulty 4, yeah.
Yeah, 4 successes.
You're both running. You pull out ahead, Gavin, as bodies are being thrown behind this creature. You're already levelled up with it. Nadia just a little bit behind. You see more people, children, old people getting sucked up. The bones getting spit out in every direction. Give me another roll, please.
A 6 and a 4.
Yeah.
2 4s.
Nadia's-
2 more successes.
Nadia's agile, but she's not strong.
How many? You got 2 more successes, Gavin?
I got 2 more,
Yeah, you make it to the house. You're a good 20, 30 metres ahead of the creature. Nadia, the only way you could do this now is to use a luck. Because you
Gonna
need
have to
3
try
more
it.
successes.
And yeah, I've only got one die and I'm out of adrenaline. So I'm going to use luck. I'll mark it off.
And you reach
If that's
the
okay
house
with
as
you,
well.
Gavin. Thanks.
You feel the tentacles ripping at the clothes at your back. You feel them coming off. You feel this splash of acid, not enough to cause any actual damage, but you feel it burn into your skin. And you reach the door, and you make it in. Collapsing on the ground, maybe Nadia just after Gavin's in. You see the Curtis's husband there. You see her 3 children. They're all barricading the doors and windows. It's coming for us. You need to help us. We need to help us stop them. We need to stop it.
And so we thought instinctively that this creature was the way that Matilda, like the way that she envisions herself,
Yes.
right? Okay. So like we don't see her, like her normal human form or anything with them, do we?
Not here, no.
Okay.
It's the husband and the children. They've got the couch up against the windows. They're putting chairs. A cupboard has been pulled, scraped along to put in front of it. The dog's been heaped on a pile. They all seem terrified. Help us! Help us!
Ideas, Nadia. What do you think?
I got nothing. Let's just try and secure the doors, secure the windows, get the family in the middle of the house, away from everything else.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Everyone, find a closet or something and just hunker down. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Someone give me a mind intuition check.
I'm decent at that, if you want. That is 3 successes on intuition with... No, I'm sorry, 2. Sorry. I thought I had focus. I don't.
There's someone upstairs. And the husband and the kids don't listen to you when you're telling them to go in there. They just say, no, we need to stop it.
Where's your mother?
She's upstairs. She's making a spell to banish the monster.
Do you want me to check, or do you want to go?
She might need. We can both go. Just like he looks at there's the husband's here, right? And he's just like, just put your kids somewhere that doesn't have a window. Just
We
don't
need to stop
look.
it from getting in. Help us.
And we're going to just get out of view, and we're gonna go help your mom.
You see tentacles start to come in through the window, so the little bits is not coming in, smashing in. You see it's trying to work it there. Things are trying to work their way in. Small creatures kind of running off, get stomped on by the kids.
All right, then now listen. Let's just go help her.
And so
Yeah.
they go upstairs. Yeah.
You both head upstairs. Master bedroom, doors open. You see Curtis sitting cross-legged on the bed, chanting. You can see weird glyphs floating around her, mathematical formulae. Get out of here. Go back downstairs, hold off the monster until I can banish it.
Okay, can I help?
No, just get the fuck out of here. Go back down and stop it. Now, if you want, you can give me a mind occult or a spirit magic.
I'm happy to try a mind occult.
You could also give me
I'll do the
mind
other.
academics or computing or science. Or intuition or awareness. Mind.
I'll do magic since I'm focused in that. 1 success on spirit magic.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
difficulty is 5. Sorry.
I've got 1 success.
It's a 6. Yeah, I have a 6.
Okay.
So.
And you did occult and you did magic. You both able to tell that's not a summoning spell. That's a summoning spell, sorry, not a banishing spell.
You're
Okay.
bringing it. You're not sending it away. Stop what you're doing.
Get out. And something slams against the door.
Wake up.
As you realise that it's a summoning spell, you see that the formulas in the air in Curtis, they're not. It's not Latin lettering. It's Cyrillic.
Oh shit! She's doing some
No.
Russian.
Give me
Or-
a mind intuition or mind awareness.
I'll do intuition.
It's a 4-1.
2. Yeah, so 2 successes.
It didn't sound like Curtis. In fact, the voice sounds very much like one you've heard before. An older voice that was on the phone with Paul Brown.
Soap off. Yeah.
Soap off.
Okay. Is there a way? I don't know. I don't think I have any spells that do this.
Can you exercise him?
I could try.
You can
Yeah,
counter.
can I try to do
here's
that?
the thing: you can counter the spell. You can attack him. You can think of something else to do. Well, by countering the spell, but you can both do this. Yeah, so you use spirit and magic or mind and computing as well. Even if you're only doing it with spirit, that's a way to stop him.
I would try if I can try to counter the spell. I would try that with
Yeah, you can
spirit
both try.
magic, I think.
Yeah,
And I got if I can occult something, that's a good one for me.
mind and computing would go, or spirit and magic. If you
Mind and spirit are decent, but magic and computing are not.
well, just choose one of them.
Okay.
And he notices as you do this, you see he is
What was the
working
difficulty on that one?
harder.
Sorry.
It's always 4 at the moment.
Okay, I got 3 successes then.
Give
I've
me a
got
wee second.
2.
You get 2 successes. Give me a second to see what he's rolling as well. Extended magic dice for 2 spirit magic. Spirit magic is 6 dice. Boom, boom, boom. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Fucking hell.
Uh-oh.
So 4. You see him, he's concentrating. There's something flicks in his eyes as you're doing it. How many successes did you get?
I got 3.
3.
I got 2.
Boom, boom, boom. Sorry to sing, sorry, it says. And I need to roll spirit magic for him as well. So you got 2, you got 3, 5, and how many did I say? He got 4. Something explodes from the one of the sigils or signs. And it's signs you both take 1 point of spiritual damage as this arcane flame roasts against your eyes, and you see him speed up. So his goals more and more in his mind. You see maybe that he's taking shortcuts using the dreamscape to make his spell go faster. He's no longer even swearing at you. And so that was 4, 3, 7. You can roll again. You need to get to defeat him. You'll need to go through several rounds of it. He has to get another. That's what. That's 3, 4, 7. He needs another 5 successes to finish what he's doing.
I just got 1 that time.
Would this would this be considered combat, or are we just like doing like a?
This is just using magic. If you want to use combat, it's something different.
No, I wasn't sure. Okay.
No, so you can do both. It's right now you're trying to dispel his.
Yeah, 2 more successes for me.
So that's 3 and 1. So 2 and 1, so 3 in total.
3 total. Yeah, for us.
He screams and laughs at you as you're doing it. No more explosions or anything. Things just seem to go faster. Everything round about the room is starting to whip up. You hear from down below one of the children scream in a horrible sound of sucking. Is that right? Oh shit, no. I rolled 1 too many dice last time. Shit. Okay, no, in which case you do see another explosion. You still hear one of the children scream. You hear the dog bark and it's strangled off. And again, you both take 5. This time you take 5 points of psychological damage. So from your toughness, as this searing pain, this fear, this image of yourselves being stripped apart enters into your mind, and you hear the roaring of the monster outside. You will not stop me.
Let's say about that.
We go again.
Yeah.
2 6s. Oh, actually, it's 4, isn't it? 3.
Yep.
3 successes then.
2 more for me.
There's another one. He's only got a couple of glyphs around him now, and you see the fingers are twitching and crossing. I will not. And again, it bursts open. The whole house just falls apart. All 3 of you are now floating in the air. You see the children and the father splayed out below. Each of them being dissected by one. One tentacle each, and you can see the brains start to get sucked out, and it's not going up a tube, it's kind of flowing its way up the outside. Sort of screams and as fast as you can. Give us your last roll, maybe.
There we go. 3 for me.
2 for me.
Sobov stops and looks at you, and you see fear in his eyes. The creature that had been coming towards you, massive tentacle, turns into a hand. Very elegant, long-fingered hand. It's got a wedding ring on the ring finger, and grabs hold of him. And as you see the body be lifted up, Batilda Kurtz's head forms from the body of the monster, and the teeth crack into the spine, and the head just pops off. And you both wake up to see people standing above you. You alright, mate? Are you okay? What happened?
Low blood sugar. All right.
Yes, we just need a good cup of tea.
You hear the sirens coming. You see inside, as you stand up, the Annabelle is still convulsing on the ground.
I'll go over
What
to
about
her.
her? Yeah. What about her bow? Is
Gone.
he around still?
All right.
Sirens come. You feel as you head in, you feel a hand at your shoulder. This way, Miss Elwood. Stagado will take care of the rest. You notice the uniform, Gavin, that's one of your lot in Oculus team. You see the red fire truck. A couple of seats have been left for you to get you back in. You're wanted back at the new annex.
Of course we are.
Understood. All right. Make sure she comes too.
Annabelle.
We'll take care of her. And off it goes, sirens wailing, blues and twos. It takes you maybe 10 minutes to get back there. All the traffic just gets out of your way. When you're taking the new annex, you're immediately... someone comes... what, speaking German? Like Gegen? No. Guy comes up to you wearing a suit, badge with a name that you can't actually read on it. It doesn't work for your eyes. This way, please. You follow him, and you follow, and you're walking much longer than you think you should. You go downstairs, upstairs, round, everything kind of flowing by. You don't see anyone else in these corridors. And then you step onto a plush red carpet with kind of gold. Yeah, Iron Brew would be great. Sorry, shouldn't look at the chat. So with the gold crown, or the portcullis on it. Second door on the left. See the massive mahogany doors, dark wood, thick. There's at least 20 metres between each door. Just the third one on the left, please.
Okay, got it. It's a nice door.
You've never let me in this fancy part before.
I always get nervous around fancy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay.
He'll push the door open he's directed to.
You feel, so as you're walking along, it's the oppressive pressure just pushing down on you, up from beneath you, everywhere. You feel like if it went on long enough, you would just curl up into a ball and become a diamond. And you open the door and you smell a sea breeze. There's a window open behind a large dark wood desk. There's books lining the wall. You see out onto a beachfront. It looks like somewhere maybe in the Caribbean. There's a man sitting at the desk, quite small, round glasses. Ah, Miss Elwood, Mr. Gadwell. Please, come in. I am Senior Auditor Livingston.
Yes, you are, sir.
Feel that down to your bollocks. I mean, obviously not you, Nadia, but the fear that goes through you when you hear the Senior Auditor, and it looks so unassuming, but you feel the power coming off him. So, my little sacrificial goats, you did very well. You drew out Sopov. Not only that, you took care of them, which is quite an achievement, better than I expected. Please, would you like a tea? And there's 2 cups of tea, and you can see there's about 40 sugar cubes piled up in a plate beside it. Please help yourself.
Just takes the tea.
Yeah. just takes the sugar cube.
Yeah.
Nervously starts crunching on one. But then he remembers where he's at and he starts putting them in the tea.
I hadn't intended on speaking to you, but after that little display, I thought might very well. So, what did you think of your little sojourn into operations, Miss Elwood?
I'm not sure it's for me, but it was interesting to see.
And you, Mr. Gadwell, is this something you see yourself doing rather than putting out fires, as it were?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Wonderful. Now, what do you understand of what went on?
Either Sopov didn't die or he jumped into someone before he died.
You get the brownie point, Miss Elwood. He managed to infect Annabelle, who, they're right, she's a little bit of a loose cannon, however, can be useful for certain missions. Annabelle passed it on to poor Mr. Brown, who I doubt any of us will ever see again. Maybe you might see him, Miss Elwood, one day in the stacks. And Brown passed it along to dear old Matilda. Quite unwitting. I wasn't sure myself that it would go so far. I could not risk Sopov getting in contact with my dreams. I do not like that little rat Cabot. But again, he has his uses. So, to wrap this all up, what do you think should happen to Miss Gladstone?
Personally, sir, a loose cannon is still a cannon. So as you said, there's uses for that. However, she could have prevented some of this. So, I wouldn't expect her to be going out on any
Well, Mr. Cabot.
operations.
Mr. Cabot would like her to be heavily geased. He wants. How did Matilda put it? Mind control? Do you agree with his. Oh. Do you have anything else to report on Miss Gladstone, actually?
She may be compromised. She's seeing someone from the Black Chamber.
Then I think Mr. Cabot shall get his way, unfortunately. And what about Mr. Brown? Do you have any suggestions for what could happen to him? Was he involved? Was he responsible?
Unwittingly, I think Miss Gladstone, it was an aptitude that got her affected. Mr. Brown seems to be wrong place, wrong time.
But he did rather gleefully want forbidden knowledge, did he not?
That's fair. However, wanting knowledge and actively taking steps to acquire it are two different things, perhaps.
Quite, Mr. Gadwin, quite. And before I let you go to a very well-deserved night's sleep, you both come into contact with both Matilda and Mr. Cabot. Who do you think was in the right here? Do you think we need stronger magical restrictions? Do you think laundry operatives have too much free reign? Or does that go too far?
I think, with respect, sir, sometimes the bureaucracy of the system prevents us from doing a good job.
And you, Mr. Gadwin?
I think I think protocols exist for a reason. The problem, however, is sometimes the protocols themselves are out of date, and people are prone to not following them.
But do we need a tighter leash?
Not a tighter leash, per se, but perhaps one that's a bit stronger, a bit more appropriate for the situation.
He looks out the window, takes a deep breath, and see. Well, I will take your advice under consideration. You've both done well. Don't expect any medals, but it has been noticed. Miss Elwood, you can go back to your stacks with no further worries. I will make sure Cabot does not reach out to you again. Mr. Gadwell, keep your eye open for maybe something, further assignment in the near future.
Yes, sir.
That'll be all. And you're both standing on the red carpet. Right beside the door, the guy in the suit's waiting on you. He winks. Have some fun. And that's the end of Secret Agendas. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you for playing, both of you. If you watched, thank you very much for watching. If you didn't, fuck you. That was one of the black bag jobs for the Laundry role-playing game from Charlie Strauss and Cubicle 7. It was a lot of fun, for me at least. I hope two players, they'll ask them in a second.
Class, man.
Thank you very much. We will do plugs and then we'll fuck off. So, Lavita, what are you plugging for us?
Thank you, that was great fun. Call of Cthulhu on Saturday, Fallout on Sunday.
Yay. And Jeff. But
Yeah,
yourself,
Run
sir.
Games over on the Lollygaggers Twitch stream, Adventures in Lollygagging on YouTube. We got stream tonight at Legend of the Mist. We're starting up. We got Magnus Archives tomorrow. We've got Call of Cthulhu on Saturday. We got Time Watch on Monday.
Very cool.
Big, heavy schedule.
Absolute best actual play channel on YouTube, and I'm no joking. So thank you very much for watched. We're going to fuck off now. Thank you for giving that shout out because I fucked up, I think. Are we going to raid anyone? Or do we not have time? See you later.
I will have a very quick look.
We can just leave it. It's after midnight here. I'm knackered. So thank you for watching, and we will be back with the laundry at some point in the near future. Cheers. Bye.